It is Monday. It is the 28th of April. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center, live from Hong Kong. Our top stories today. At least 109 people are being treated in Arkansas hospitals after severe storms battered a number of U.S. states. Authorities say 18 people have been killed. The Arkansas towns of Mayflower and Valonia suffered the most after being hit by a tornado. Let's get Sunday. Now live to the area, and CNN's Chad Myers, who joins us now from Valonia in Arkansas. Chad, how's it looking this morning where you are?
Well, I am standing in front of damage that was caused by a 150-mile-per-hour tornado. We do now know 240 clips. We now know that this storm was probably stronger.
Tragic indeed. Chad, thank you so much. Chad Myers there live for us from Valonia in Arkansas. So where are the storms headed next? Mari Ramos at the World Weather Center is keeping an eye on that, tracking that for us. Mari?
So tragic when you see so much devastation like that. And even though people did have warning, like Chad was saying right now, many of, in this case, was unsurvivable. We still have the potential for some pretty bad weather. Something like this doesn't have to happen. And if it does, people can seek shelter. Back to you.
Good advice there, Mari. Thank you very much, Mari Ramos there. A new wave of sanctions will hit Russia today as the U.S. and the EU try to curb what they call Moscow's interference in Ukraine. President Barack Obama announced the move while on a visit to the Philippines. He said Washington will put pressure on close associates of President Putin. There is major tension in eastern Ukraine as we speak. The city of Kharkiv says its mayor was shot earlier. He is in critical condition right now. And in Slovyansk, 7 European monitors are being held captive by pro-Russia separatists. One was let go on Sunday. CNN's Phil Black joins us now from Kiev with more on that. Phil?
Monita, yes, let's begin by talking about the shooting in Kharkiv, because this is really quite significant in terms of where this whole Ukrainian
Phil, thank you.
crisis.
Phil Black there live for us from Kiev. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Coming up, a new chapter. U.S. President Barack Obama hails a security agreement with the Philippines. But where does that leave China? We'll take you live to Manila with more. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. I'm Monita Rajpal. U.S. President Barack Obama says his country stands shoulder to shoulder with the Philippines. Mr. Obama praised a new security deal that allows more U.S. forces in the Philippines. It comes in light of China's maritime presence in disputed areas of the South. Now from CNN's White House correspondent, Michelle KOSINSKI. She joins us now live from Manila. Michelle, an increased American military presence, especially when we're looking at the South China Sea, isn't something that's going to be celebrated by Beijing. It certainly one would assume, make them very uncomfortable. But it seems as though that is the delicate diplomatic dance that Washington has to make right now.
Yeah, definitely. We asked that question specifically when the announcement was made that the U.S. and the Philippines reached this security agreement.
Thank you. Michelle KOSINSKI there live for us from Manila. Officials have announced details of the next phase in the search for missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. It will involve a more intense underwater search that will use private contractors. The submersible Bluefin 21, which has been scouring the ocean floor for traces of the plane, will continue to operate. Officials say the operation will take months and will cost about $56 million. Egyptian TV says a court there has recommended the death sentence for hundreds of supporters of the banned Muslim Brotherhood group. A total of 683 people could be executed, including the group's leader. The court also heard a second case relating to 529 people who were sentenced to death. Reza Sayah, who joins us now from Cairo with more on that. Reza?
Monita, this is a staggering number of death sentences handed down today in a hearing that incredibly lasted.
Thank you for that. Reza Sayah there live for us from Cairo. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Controversy is swirling around the owner of an NBA team. He's under fire for allegedly making racist comments. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Some of the biggest stars of the National Basketball Association and President Barack Obama are denouncing racist comments allegedly made by the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers. The comments have surfaced as the Clippers are in the NBA playoffs. Dan Simon joins us now from Los Angeles with more on this. Dan?
Hi, Monita. Well, the owner of the Clippers, Donald Sterling, was nowhere to be found during the team's tough loss yesterday.
Dan, thank you very much for that. Dan Simon there live for us from Los Angeles. You are watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal at CNN Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us. We'll go to our colleagues at CNN USA after the short break.